Good afternoon, cricket fans, and a very warm welcome to the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium for match day 3 of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025, powered by Fancode. We kick off the action this afternoon with Emirates Blues taking on high-flying Fujairah. And of course, 4 matches daily at the D10, and this is the breakdown of the schedule coming up. We kick off with Blues versus Fujairah, then we have Abu Dhabi, the capital side, taking on Team Dubai. Sharjah will be in action as Emirates Blues have a double-header today, and then we conclude the evening with Abu Dhabi taking on Emirates Reds later in the evening. So there you have it then, plenty of exciting D10 action coming up. What is the tail of the track? Let's find out with Shoaib Ahmed and his pitch report.
It's always great to be back at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's a top-class, world-class facility, and we're always looking forward to some drama, some entertainment and action. 4 matches lined up today here at this special venue, and let me tell you, the conditions are a lot better than what they were a couple of days ago. Well, we've got a slight breeze blowing across the ground from my right to the left, and also the temperatures have dropped just a bit. So it's around 33 degrees Celsius, and with the wind, it will make it a lot easier for the players to perform and express themselves. Now, to look at the 22 yards, it's a fresh wicket. The two days that we saw were on a different wicket altogether, and today we are using a fresh wicket. Seems like it's a rock solid wicket. It's got a lot of hardness in the wicket, no grass whatsoever, which you can expect at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Does look like the ball will carry on and there'll be some bounce for the fast bowlers, but I promise you that it's going to be a crackerjack of a game here. All the 4 matches, I'm expecting them to be high and top scoring games. We'll see 100 being breached quite a few number of times. So overall, good conditions to be playing cricket, and I think we are in for a lot of entertainment.
Well, thank you very much, Shoaib. So a fresh wicket, so certainly we'll get that extra bounce and carry, and we expect the ball to come onto the bat very nicely indeed. Let's take a look at the points table, and Sharjah have been perfect in the tournament so far. At home, 3 wins out of 3, and look at that net run rate, a major advantage already gained in the first few days of the tournament. Fujairah have been in good form as well, 2 wins out of 2. Abu Dhabi got on the board last night thanks to Ali Abid's fabulous knock. Emirates Reds have a win to their name, but they certainly need to pull up their socks and be more consistent. Emirates Blues have been okay as well. Their bowling has been quite outstanding. Ajman and Dubai are currently with the wooden spoon and desperate to get to winning ways. So there you have it then, all in readiness. What about the toss? Over to you, Mudassir Ali.
Match number 9, toss time. Next to me are the captains. Leading Emirates Blues is young Nasir Faraz, and alongside him is Fujairah captain Mayank Chaudhary. And most importantly, we do have the services of our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Home side is blue, so Nasir will flip and Mayank will call. Tail has been called. And tail it is. Mayank, आपने टॉस जीता, क्या निर्णय है?
हम पहले फील्डिंग करेंगे.
कोई खास वजह?
खास वजह कुछ नहीं, छोटा फॉर्मेट है और टारगेट सेट मिलेगा हमें तो इजी हो जाएगा थोड़ा सा.
2 मैचेस 2 विन. किस रणनीति के साथ आप खेलेंगे आज?
बस इनको कम से कम रन पे रोकेंगे, 60-70 रन पे रोकने की कोशिश करेंगे और चेस करेंगे आराम से.
और फाइनली एनी चेंजेस?
ना, सेम टीम.
ऑल द बेस्ट एंड डू वेल.
थैंक यू.
आपको पहले बल्लेबाजी की दावत दी गई?
हमने भी बॉलिंग करनी थी, लेकिन ठीक है, हम वैसे भी ट्राई करना चाह रहे थे पहले बैटिंग, तो एक्सपीरियंस हो जाएगा हमारा.
काफ़ी एक अच्छा कमबैक, एक शुरुआती झटके के बाद कल आपने जीत हासिल की. किस स्ट्रैटेजी या रणनीति के साथ आप खेलेंगे आज फुजैरा, क्योंकि इनफॉर्म टीम है?
अच्छी टीम है, बैलेंस साइड है उनकी, और हमारी स्ट्रेंथ बॉलिंग है, फास्ट बॉलिंग हमारी बहुत अच्छी है, तो आज मौका मिला है, इंशाल्लाह हम अच्छा टारगेट देके डिफेंड करें.
मौसम काफ़ी मज़ेदार यहाँ पे. कितने रन आप यहाँ पे बनाना चाहेंगे?
100+ मे बी.
The news from the center is that Fujairah captain Mayank Chaudhary has won the toss and he has opted to bowl first.
Well, there you have it then, Fujairah winning the coin flip and have elected to bowl first. Let's take a look at the 2 lineups. As with Emirates Blues batting first, they have Ahmed Tariq, exciting young talent. Then a lot of quality, the likes of Fahad Nawaz, Mohammad Kamran Atta, the go-getter with the bat, and of course the all-rounders. They have plenty of those in the form of Mohammad Shahbaz Ali, Mohammad Uzair Khan, Nasif Faraz. The captain will need to step up. Safir Tariq, having him in the side as the wicket-keeper batter. He certainly does pack a punch, and watch out for Shakib Ahmed as well. He's an outstanding cricketer. For Fujairah, very settled side. Aryan Saxena, former UAE under-19 captain. Harshit Kaushik, Keshav Sharma, the left-arm tweaker. Mayank Chaudhary, of course, will be opening up top. Mohit Kalyan, Nabil Aziz, the left-arm spinner. Rais Ahmed, well, he is their finisher. He is their key batter. Rohit Rathi, Sabir Ali Rao, the experienced left-arm seamer. Sanjay Pahal, he's having an outstanding tournament, the hard-hitting all-rounder. And then you have Sumit Gusain, the tall right-arm fast bowler, to complete the Fujairah side. So they've got a lot of balance, a lot of quality, and they certainly are defending champions for a reason. Should be a very, very intriguing affair indeed. Emirates Blues getting off the mark yesterday as they got a much needed victory. On paper, they do have a very, very good side. It's just about putting that performance together and really being able to deliver against the top sides. You do fancy them against the likes of Ajman or Dubai or maybe Emirates Reds, but can they compete with the big boys, the likes of Fujairah and Sharjah? That is the question that they will have to answer. So we're just about minutes away from live action. The two umpires, Mr. Waqar Latif to the right of your screen, and Mr. Kashif, Mohammad Kashif, the tall lad next to him. And we have the two Emirates Blues openers emerging out there in the middle. They've slightly tweaked their lineup here as there's no Zohaib Khan in the side currently. And it's going to be Kamran Atta opening alongside Ahmed Tariq. There you have it, Kamran Atta in the bright yellow helmet on the right, and young Ahmed Tariq on his right as well. Both right-handers, so they've switched up that left-hand, right-hand combo. Should be pretty good chemistry between them. Ahmed Tariq, more of a technician, more of a touch player, stroke maker. And Kamran Atta likes to bludgeon the ball. He likes to go hard. He's aggressive. And he certainly does enjoy this format. Veteran performer, star performer in all the D formats really. But in this one, in D10, he is particularly lethal. And the Fujairah bowling, they have a lot of quality. Two left-arm spinners. They have the occasional leg spin of Rais Ahmed as well. Then you have the fast bowlers, Sumit. Sanjay Pahal is in there. So they certainly have a well-rounded unit. And the good thing about Fujairah is they don't often change their combinations. They just work with a pool of 12, 13 players. Don't fiddle around too much. That's why they have that consistency and that quality in their cricket. Won all three D tournaments last season, the D10, D20 and D50. So they are a champion unit to say the least. So it's going to be Ahmed Tariq facing up on the first ball. And Sabir Ali Rao has handed his cap over to the umpire. So it's going to be Seam to open up. On occasion, we have seen Fujairah start with the spinners. So they want to go after Ahmed Tariq. Has had a slow start to the tournament, only 11 runs to his name, but it's early days just yet. Joining me in the comm box to live the action of this exciting match is Mudassar Ali. Good afternoon and welcome.
A very good afternoon, Ahmed, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. But this man, he's in form. 78 runs, 39 average. Look at the strike rate, above 200. A man to watch. And with the new ball, it will be left arm quick. Sabir Rao, champion side, 2 matches, 2 wins, confidence high, and good toss to win.
Absolutely. Despite having some key players on national duty and some key injuries as well, they still look a very, very good unit. Remember, Adib Usmani, their usual captain, is not in the playing 11 for the past 2-3 matches. He's dealing with a ligament injury. Niggle, so I hope he gets back to full fitness as soon as possible. Then you have the likes of Aryan, who's gone on national duty. Zahid Ali has gone on national duty. So let's see. Here we go then. First ball of match number 9. Elegant flick round the corner, but good fielding at short fine. Ahmed Tariq, a bit of a free hit sort of delivery to get off the mark.
You're short of runs and even a loosener. You're very tentative to go for that big shot. Deep square leg, and there is a backward deep point. This is a modern day cricket field setup. Kamran Atta, what a batter he is. All eyes will be on this man, and Blues will be hoping that he'll get off to a flying start.
Absolutely, he is the real daredevil, so to speak. in the power play. Likes to play the ball aerial. Likes to dictate terms to the bowling. Not getting any particular swing in the air, but it's a fresh wicket, so it's a bit of a mystery how it's going to behave, Mudassir Ali.
Absolutely. After a couple of days, we have got a new surface here. Struggling with his line and length. I really don't understand the field setup. You have backward deep point and deep square leg, and bowling on the pads. The idea should be to have one deep square leg, and if you can have deep mid wicket, then target in middle and leg stick.
They've made that adjustment, as you called it. They've put a long on, so that deep point has come into the circle. Everybody in on the offside, and they're trying to protect the straight field. Yeah, that's much better. Drop and run from Kamran Atta. It's a very typical saying for a wicketkeeper, a busy cricketer, and that is exactly what Kamran Atta is.
Absolutely. And now with Ahmed Tariq back on strike, again there is a change in the field. It's really tough for the bowler, like on each and every ball, if you keep on changing the field, and you'll struggle with your line and length.
Absolutely, and there is a strong breeze to our easterly direction. There you can see the flags in the background, the UAE flag fluttering very profusely. So it's making it even more difficult for Sabir to just control his lines. He's just drifting down leg. Oh, it's been flicked. And is that long enough? Oh, yes, it is. Into the stands for 6.
Fearless. This is how you need to play in the shorter format. Oh, what a good looking shot. The young boy not afraid to come down the track. And what a hit. Good connection using those wrists, got the elevation as well as the distance. The first maximum of this game.
Yeah, not only is it a brave shot, it's a smart shot because the wind is blowing in that direction. And he knows even a half decent connection will travel. That's what I like about him. He's got that ability to adapt, and he can play technically sound shots but can hit them for 6. That's a rare quality. Not every player in the UAE can do that. And mind you, he's only 20, 21 years of age. What a bright future he has. Trying to force the issue on that occasion. It's difficult for young players in D10, whether you go full all-out attack or you look to push the 1s and 2s as well. It's that middle ground that you need to find.
Now that when you have someone like Kamran Atta at the other end, always will be in two minds whether to play that big shot or just rotate the strike. But got a maximum, then a single, runs on board for Blues.
Yeah, it's a good start. It will be interesting to see what they do with the floating power play if Kamran Atta is still in the middle by then. Oh, this is a chance at mid-off. Just balloons over him. Just checked his shot. And he got away with it though.
A lucky escape and thought of the third run. And now there is a chance at the striker and oh, what have you done, Kamran? There was never that run. Trying to be over smart, and in the process I think Rathi did a pretty good job. He's in trouble.
I think he is definitely a goner here. Yeah, this is trouble. Trying to overdo it. And he has certainly overdone it and cost himself his wicket. Very, very disappointing for Kamran Atta. Promoted to open this afternoon, and it has not paid off. Well, you can argue all you like, but in the end it's done. And you have to head back to the dugout. I think he's still hanging around, but the finger has been raised. Yeah, he's got a major, major disappointment. So Fujairah, without doing much, have picked up a wicket here. That's why the big smile on the face of Keshav. And why not? Great wicket keeping, great game awareness from Rohit Rathi. And that is a major blow. 10 for 1. So the captain, Nasir Faraz, coming out there a lot earlier than he would have liked. But what can you say? To use a cricketing term, that was a pardon me, a footballing term. That was an own goal coming in from Emirates Blues. 12 for 1. They did pick up 2 and then the run out. So let's take a look at the field. They brought the square leg in and the mid wicket is dropping deep for Nasir Faraz as well as the deep point. Interesting field setup. Are they trying to sucker him in with a slower bouncer or something? Firm drive. Sweet timing but couldn't find the gap. So certainly an entertaining first over. 12 for 1. So 12 for 1. It's going to be another fast bowler operating from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Sumit Gusen. Tall, sturdy lad. Likes to hit the deck. Can get that ball to occasionally swing away from the right-hander. And he's a very steady customer. You can rely on him for consistency. Square leg and deep cover in position. Good delivery. That back of length area we've seen throughout the first 2 days of D10, Mudassir Ali, that has caused batters some problems. They haven't been able to really latch on to the ball.
A new surface, so you just need to adapt to the conditions. The new man is Captain Nasir Faraz. An early blow for Blues. Lack of communication between Ahmed and Kamran led to the fall of Kamran.
Not wide enough to cut that ball. He does favor that region behind point. And Nasir Faraz, we've seen him on the UAE domestic scene for many, many years now. What do you make of him, Mudassir Ali?
A very talented guy who's technically very sound, who can adapt it to any situation, even the shorter format. He can play those big shots, 50 overs. He can play that role of anchoring role, playing long innings.
Yeah, sometimes that role of crisis man has gone against him. Because even in D10 matches, I've seen him batting at number 4, number 5, which is a very difficult role because he needs some time to get going. He's not the kind of guy who will bash the ball right from ball 1.
I completely agree. He's not a big lad. Mainly depend on the timing whenever he plays those big shots. Ahmed Tariq alongside him, the youngster, he needs to justify his plays by getting some runs against a quality bowling attack of Fujairah.
Yeah, especially when you're batting opening in the D10 format. You have to be a very heavy run scorer if your team is to do well. Once again, not quite middling it. And I'm sure the young lad is trying to work out what's happening here. The past 2 days, it's been the same problem. Anything back of a good length, they just can't clear the inner ring or get any timing on it.
I think the best way to get runs on the surface is stay deep in your crease, wait for the ball to come, take singles and doubles and wait for the loser. You cannot go after each and every ball.
Most certainly agree there. Beautiful shot. He was shaping up for it 2 times previous. This time he got it right.
Much better. Just wait for the ball to come onto your blade and then you can execute your shots. Excellent timing and placement. Old-fashioned cut from the blade of Nasir Faraz.
Yeah, truly is a classical stroke. Love to see that. Just play the angles. Just manipulate the ball. It's not about brute force. Punched. Past the umpire. Past the mid-on. Back-to-back boundaries.
So pleasing to the eyes when this man is on a roll. The captain gets back-to-back boundaries. Sumit going for some runs. A bit fuller and not trying to hit across the line. Played straight over the bowler and the umpire. Beautiful looking shot to end the over number 2. It's 23 for the loss of 1.
Well, I love this. Bold move. Floating power play taken immediately, Mudassir.
A wise decision. We have got those runs, just 1 wicket down. There's a change. We can see the spinner has been introduced. So mid wicket and long on 2 fielder station outside the circle.
And he's fired it wide. Good ball there from Nabil Aziz. You saw Ahmed Tariq just shimmying away from the stumps. Only 1 wicket in the tournament, but look at that economy rate, below 5. Not quite out of the middle once again. Oh, but a misfield. The old adage says do not run on a misfield. And looks like Ahmed Tariq was listening.
Yes and no, but rightly stopped by Ahmed Tariq. This lad is something special with the ball, Nabil Aziz.
Yeah, he's done really well. I did have a quiet word on him during one of the matches after the game. They had a double header that day, and I was just asking him, why are you just darting the ball in? Why are you not looking to flight the ball in turn? And he's like, that is the dictation given to me by the team think tank. You have to be the one to focus on economy rate, and Keshav will look to attack from the other end. So there's a good chemistry, self-sacrifice. Of course, as a spinner, as a bowler, you always want to be searching for wickets. But he's a true team man, Nabil Aziz. Up and over, but there is a long off. So where he will not pick up as many wickets maybe, but look at that economy rate. It's paying off.
It clearly shows he's a good listener and a good student. Listening to the coach, captain, and the management is doing a wonderful job by backing Nabil Aziz. Even in the D50, he was the top wicket taker.
Oh, this could be a run out here. Direct hit was needed. It went straight to that extra cover. Nasser Faraz still chose to take that single.
Never a single lucky escape. Played straight towards Mayank. Was slow off the block. Needed a better throw. He made it with the ease here.
Yeah, need to attack the ball really there. You've already produced 1 run out, or was gifted to you really. So the calling has been a bit imprecise. Has he latched onto it? Yes. Mid on in the circle, 1 bounce.
Now playing with the field, Ahmed Tariq. Just a couple of deliveries ago, they have changed the field. No long on. And full advantage taken by Ahmed Tariq. Young but has the strong forearms. What a hit. 1 bounce, 4 runs. So going has been good, though they have lost a wicket. 3 overs gone, 31.
So it's going to be Keshav Sharma as we were anticipating. The 2 spinners operating in operation. He'll be coming in from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. So he has the bigger leg side boundary. The center wicket here has just shifted a bit to the right. So from the Bukhatir end, from where Nabil bowled, the onside boundary is shorter. But Keshav has that advantage. Plus the breeze. If you hit it into the breeze, the ball will stop in the air.
As said by you, there is a plan for Nabil Aziz as well as Keshav. No longer bounded, definitely he'll give that flight and he'll go to break this partnership.
That has been drilled. And long off has no chance. What a shot from Nasser Faraz.
Dealing in boundaries is the captain of Emirates Blues. What a welcome to Keshav Sharma. Slight error. And leaning on that front foot, what a drive. Beautifully played, 4 runs.
Oh, bottom edge. And third has given up already. This is a good counter punch coming in from the Blues.
Runs are just not coming. It's flowing from the blade of Nasser Faraz. Lucky escape, taking risk, and it's paying off here for Nasser Faraz and for Blues. Thick outside edge, no chance for the short third man. Back-to-back boundaries.
Not a good start here for Keshav. And that is a Nasir Faraz's calling card. He's very good against spin. Inside out over extra, the sweep, the slog sweep, down the ground. That is his speciality. And looking good this afternoon, 19 of 9. Oh, didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, but smartly didn't go for that big shot into the wind.
Just check this shot at the last minute. And look at that current run rate going almost at 11.5. And if they keep on going with the same rate, they'll achieve somewhere around 110, 112.
Yeah, that will be a very good score. Is this a clean connection? You bet it is. Over the fence.
What a knock he's playing. He has lost his senior partner Kamran Atana, the responsibility on the shoulders of Ahmed Faraz. And he's getting those runs for his side. What a hit. Clean hit. Going down on one knee. Some serious effort put in by the batter here to get a maximum.
Against the wind and the bigger boundary. How impressive is this young lad? 22 of 10. It took him a while to get going, but now he's looking $1 million. Full toss, but there is a deep extra. He'll be disappointed there. Got out of jail with that delivery.
Now they need to be sensible here. They have got those runs in this over. Almost 16 runs. A big over.
Yeah, you're on track. Very smartly done. The call is for 2. And they will push on the throw. Ahmed Tariq and oh, well, there was no backup from the bowler. So unless it was a stunning direct hit, he was always safe. Excellent over. 18 runs off it. Blues are on cruise control. 49 for 1. Well, Emirates Blues at this rate will go beyond 120. And even that alone, Muntasir Ali, seems like a winning score.
The way the surface is behaving, definitely anything above 110, it will be tough task for the chasing side. And this is the 19th season of D series. And D10, if you talk about this tournament, it has been a tournament where Fujairah have enjoyed a lot. They have got 3 titles to their name. As of now, Emirates Blues, they're having an upper hand against Fujairah in this game. 23 for Ahmed in just 11 balls. And look at Nasir Faraz, 22 of just 11 deliveries. So the likes of Uzair, Fahad, Nawaz, yet to come. I think a lot depends on these 2 batters.
Oh, absolutely. Then you have the firepower of Safir Tariq as well. Don't forget him. Shakib Ahmed, the left-hander, is also a great all-rounder. So they have a very good balance to this squad. And of course, you can never ignore the batting prowess of Shahbaz Ali. And the way they have bowled in this tournament. Ajay Kumar, Shahbaz Ali, Shakib, we know, is such a good bowler with his back-of-the-hand variations. Uzair Khan, very seasoned campaigners. So far, if they can maintain this batting progress, this batting momentum, then I think Emirates Blues can cause an upset here this afternoon.
Absolutely, that too, they are riding high on confidence after yesterday's win. And let's see the points table. For Sharjah played 3 games and have a very good net run rate, 6 points to their name. Fujairah, 2 games, 2 wins. They're at the 2nd position. Abu Dhabi, they made a good comeback after losing their first game in this tournament. So are the Reds. Blues, they have tasted their first victory yesterday. Ajman and Dubai, they are struggling.
Yeah, absolutely. Dubai need to make some serious changes to their combinations. The batting has been struggling a lot, and even the bowling, well, they have a lot of problems to solve, to say the least. Ajman, they need their batting to fire. I like the bowling setup, but the batting has not quite come to the D10 party just yet.
Absolutely, and I also feel for Dubai, they were in a strong position yesterday against Emirates. Right from there, they went on to lose that game. Top four teams will play the semi-final, and just a reminder, this is the 19th season of D Series. Just wanted to know, Ahmed, when did you made your debut?
I think it was in 2021. So way, way back. And it was at Sharjah Stadium itself. A certain, I think you know this name. I think fans of UAE cricket know this guy. Mohammad Wasim, that was his coming out performance in that tournament. I think he's a decent player. He's not bad.
Especially in T20.
Oh my word. 4 international hundreds. Among the top guns in T20I cricket. As Sanjay Pahal, another top gun. He's had a great tournament so far. Couple of player of the match performances already. 3 wickets and an excellent economy rate as well. He bowls that heavy ball, so to speak, as a right arm seamer. He's a very good option. And he can pack a punch with the bat as well. Those quick fire cameos at number 6, number 7. Field is spread out as the power play overs are done. Oh, that one just kept a touch low. Taking a look at the pitch, I think it might have been that off-pace delivery.
He's a very experienced player, Sanjay Pahal. As we have seen on the first couple of days, he understood the behavior of the surface and he kept it very simple, not offering much pace or width, bowling wicket to wicket channel.
Oh, excellent Yorker. Surprised him there. Yeah, like you mentioned, Sanjay Pahal just arrived last season at the end of the winter. It was a good pickup. He's played a lot of high-level cricket back home in Haryana, in India. And he's certainly shown that quality already for his club and for Fujairah in the D series. Really good value add, complete cricketer. Punch down the ground, but there is a cushion in terms of the long on. 50 up, and now this is the test. Now the power play overs are done. How will Ahmed Tariq and Nasir Faraz react?
And I think especially against Sanjay, they need to rotate the strike instead of giving away your wicket, trying to go for the big shots. You need to play very smart from here onwards. Next 5 overs get at least 50-60 runs, but make sure not to give wicket to Sanjay Pahal.
Interesting field change. Square leg is coming into the circle and they've taken a deep point alongside the sweeper cover. And this has gone towards that deep cover. Good catch. Excellent catch by the skipper. And Sanjay Pahal, the man with the golden arm again.
Full of experience, Sanjay Pahal strikes for his team, breaks the partnership which was looking dangerous. Change of pace, an ordinary shot but an extraordinary catch taken by Mayank Agarwal. It's the end of Nasir Faraz, and thanking the almighty Sanjay Pahal. The future prospect here in UAE, Sanjay Pahal making name for himself. Blues have lost their captain, Nasir Faraz, managing 22 in 12 balls, 50 for the loss of 2.
So Safir Tariq coming in at number 4. He was unbelievable in the last edition of the D10 right here at Sharjah when he was representing the Abu Dhabi franchise. I think he may have been one of the biggest, most prolific 6 hitters in that tournament. So very, very dangerous player. Straying down leg. So it's been a very smart pickup, I feel, by Emirates Blues for this edition of D10.
He was rested in their last couple of games and he's out there because Nasir Faraz trying to go big. There was a pressure because they did not got plenty of runs in this over. Just trying to break the shackles here. Smart piece of bowling, change of pace, nicely done by Sanjay.
Very street smart bowler is Sanjay Pahal. That's why he's had a lot of success in the D10 already. Oh, trying to swing towards the onside. Safir Tariq. He's come out with a different game plan altogether. That was agricultural to say the least.
Nowhere near the ball. A wild swing. Just play out this over. You need to show respect when the bowler is in a good form. Show respect and take singles, get 5-6 runs.
Yeah, get off the mark first of all. Maybe just a bit of nerves. Struck on the pad. There is an appeal, but maybe just sneaking down leg. They will take a leg bye, but that is an outstanding over from Sanjay Pahal. Brings Fujairah back into the game. 52 for 2 at the halfway stage. So halfway stage, match is evenly poised. Let's take a look at that previous delivery. It was close, but just sneaking down leg. Well, Safir Tariq has come out swinging for the fences literally, but he's not able to lay bat on ball at the moment. You don't want to get bogged down here, Emirates Blues. Had a pretty good power play session, got 30 odd runs. You did get that big over against Keshav as well. But now that Mayank Chaudhary has brought the seamers back on, they're just losing a bit of momentum. Excellent over by Pahal. And now Sumit in operation. Got that one wrong. Just straying beyond the tram lines. But you can see the plan coming in from the Fujairah seamers. Go pace off and wide of the hitting arc. Problem was that ball pitched beyond the tram lines, and that line belongs to the umpire. Plenty of cushion on the onside for Safir Tariq. Yeah, that's better. Play the ball on merit. Just get your eye in. Like Mudassar Ali mentioned, he hasn't been in the squad for the first 2 games. So there are some nerves, even though he's a very experienced player. Always want to get off zero. Every innings begins on a blob. Ahmed Tariq, he is the key player. 24 of 14. Has he cleared? I think he has. Not quite. Couple of bounces into the fence to welcome Shoaib Ahmed.
Thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed Tariq there just showing what he's made of. It was in the slot. He went for it. Didn't get enough connection, but just enough to get the ball over the ropes. Couple of bounces and crosses the ropes for another 4.
Yeah, it's a difficult shot for him to execute, hitting into the wind to the bigger onside boundary, but his placement was good. That was the key. So he seems to be the one who's looking to counter-attack. And why not? Uppishly driven. Long off has a chase on his hands. And a misfield. Aryan Saxena needed to do better.
Yeah, good timing from Ahmed Tariq, and the placement was great as well. Tournament 4 is 126 already. It's just the 3rd day. Look at how far out he's come out of the crease. Places it in the gap. Good effort from Aryan Saxena, but the ball trickles away and just kisses the ropes. So a valiant effort, but the result is going to be back-to-back boundaries for Ahmed Tariq. 62 on the board.
Oh, that's a lovely shot all along the carpet. But he has multiple shots in his copybook. That's what I like about Ahmed Tariq. He's not a slogger. He can play that extra drive, the square drive. He can hook, he can pull, he can play the ramp. Very complete player at just 20 years of age.
Yes, and he'll get better. I'm sure he's got a lot to offer, and he'll improve. The more he plays, the better he'll get. And with him giving him company is now Safir Tariq, another experienced player.
Just looks out of sorts at the moment, getting frustrated. Sumit, in the end, he's closed out the over well. But Blues are looking good. 63 for 2. Nabil Aziz coming back into the attack. Not sure why Sanjay Pahal has been taken off after bowling a wicket-taking over. But Mayank Chaudhary knows best. Deep extra cover, long off, long on. Mid-wicket square legs. Field is set very straight. Trying to drag from outside off. So Shoaib, Sanjay Pahal just bowled an excellent over that brought your team back into the game. But he's been taken off.
It seems like they were following a set template. I think he's bowled well. He could have continued, got another wicket because they need Ahmed's wicket. But they've decided that they're going to bowl in a certain way. This has been hit cleanly, is it? Yes, all the way. And that will give Safir a lot of confidence. Comes right from the middle and he's hit a humongous 6.
Yeah, you did him a favor by bringing on spin. That is what he's looking for. Floated into the slot and had to disappear. Big 6 coming in from Safir Tariq. That's one is heading into the locker rooms. Beautiful shot. Heave towards square leg, but he doesn't attack the ball. Sumit there at square leg perhaps was daydreaming a bit, but those are never easy.
And it was flat, so you don't get to judge. Not enough time as well, so you have to take your decision in a split second. And that's what he did. Decided to save the boundary instead of going for a catch. Flighted over extra cover. Ahmed Tariq gets hold of that one and it's gone sailing over the fielder who's just a mere spectator.
Spectacular shot. Once again a floaty delivery, but too wide and too full. And he's gone over wideish long off. That's such a difficult shot to execute, but he made it look like child's play. That is the sign of a class player. They make it look easy.
Yeah, he's a treat to watch. Ahmed Tariq, 40 of just 19 deliveries. This is a magnificent knock so far.
Just the toe end of the bat on that occasion. No need for 2. Oh, they could have pushed for 2 really. But he's played a pretty fluent knock. 41 of 20. It's not always an easy format for the younger players. But he's taken it to it like a duck to water. 15 runs coming in this over already. This is high. Rais Ahmed settling. Oh, he puts it down. Just got side on to the ball. That was the mistake.
Yeah, just got a lot of elevation, not enough distance, mistimed hit. Rais, who is normally a good fielder, he's got a very safe pair of hands. But this time, he just drops it, pops it out of his hand, and I'm sure he'll be dejected with that effort. 7 overs, 79 for 2.
So the spinners are being put under pressure, but Mayank Chaudhary will continue with Keshav Sharma. Interesting choice. Well bowled there, finishing within the stumps. The call is for 2. Safir Tariq is pushing. That is brilliant. They put pressure on the fielder and he had to blink and they got 2.
Good running between the wickets. This is good game awareness. You need to put pressure. You need to follow the basics. Just look at how quickly he goes for that first run and eyes on the ball. This is good technique from Safir Tariq. Changed the bat in his hand so that he was facing the ball and got the second. Now this is another mistimed hit. Another chance. Is it taken? Yes. And Safir Tariq departs.
Yeah, he was struggling right from ball 1. Just couldn't connect as he would have liked. And in the end, honestly, I feel this is not a bad wicket lost here for Emirates Blues. It was slightly fuller. He'll be disappointed he didn't clear the fence. But Sanjay Pahal, he's got bucket-like hands. He's not dropping those. So Safir goes 81 for 3. Shakib Ahmed, hard-hitting left-hander, coming in at number 5. I'm a big fan of this lad. I start fanboying over a lot of our domestic players because I see their skill level, I see their quality. So sometimes I get a bit carried away with the Shoaib. Don't mind it.
Absolutely not. I feel you. We've all got our favorites. Not favorites, but people we enjoy watching, cricketers we enjoy watching, and there's no harm in admitting to it. And we've got quite a few, so there's a tough competition amongst them to be our favorites.
Absolutely. So much skill and quality in the UAE. It certainly is a hotbed of talent, especially in this region. Gulf Cup champions, of course. Doing really well in the T20 format. Need to improve our one-day game for sure. But that will happen. This is lofted, but not clearing. Deep mid-wicket. Good catch take. Oh, he's put it down again, Sumit. He's having a tough day in the field.
Well, this should be taken. What's wrong with these fielders today? Buttery fingers. This one was as simple as it gets. It was in the air, a lot of hang time to it, had all the time in the world. And what position was he in? He was going down with the ball. And when you do that, when you bend your knees and you fall on the floor, it's bad news.
A full toss has been smeared. And it's been palmed over for 6. They're shelling the ball like peas at the moment for Fujairah.
Another chance gone down. Another catch dropped. This time it's Aryan Saxena. Should have taken that. It was not a difficult take. Eyes on the ball. Got his hands to it. And then just went through his hands all the way for 6.
Yeah, this is sloppy. This is costing them runs. And Keshav Sharma has taken a bit of a pasting this afternoon. A frustrated figure. 90 for 3 then after 8 overs. Emirates Blues are cruising and they're looking for that 120 sort of score. Score predictor 113. Will that be enough, Shoaib?
Well, from what I saw at the wicket, it's a typical Sharjah wicket, and I felt that 100 is going to be breached quite a few number of times. No demons. The ball is not keeping low. It's coming onto the bat nicely. So 113 is definitely a par score.
Good delivery from Sanjay Pahal. Back into the attack to bowl. What they say is the most important over of the game. Yeah, the only demons are in our minds. Nowhere else. The pitch is absolutely flat. Maybe the breeze and the ground dimensions could cause you some pause. But overall, very good track. Plenty of cushion on the onside for Ahmed Tariq. He'll be eyeing that 50 as well.
Yeah, even dimensions of the ground. So you will get value for your shots anywhere you play. Goes for the Yorker this time, Sanjay Pahal. And gets it right as well. He's kept Ahmed Tariq down to a single.
Yeah, he doesn't really sprint in at the crease. It's just a lot of shoulder power. He's very sturdily built. Powerful lad, and he can just bowl that heavy ball and catch you by surprise when he goes for that Yorker. And in the end, Ahmed Tariq, if he wasn't well set on 40 odd, he could have been in trouble there. Good ball. Or looking for the scoop. I think maybe just drifting past the stumps.
Yeah, missing the off stump on that occasion. The impact too looked like it was outside off. But worth an appeal. Yeah, you could see the impact just outside off stump, and was clearly missing the 3 stumps.
Yeah, his bowling setup reminds me a lot of Sandeep Sharma. Very similar the way he slides into the crease. There's no big jump. And he's got that ability to bowl that in-dipper like him as well. Call is for 2. And they're pushing. Shakib is almost there. Will Ahmed Tariq make it? Yes, he will.
Well, he lost his bat while running. Had to scamper through. In the end, he makes it in time. We get 2 more. Sanjay Pahel, you spoke about how he resembles Sandeep Sharma. He's also got that bowling action where he holds the ball in his other hand while he's in his run-up, and then grabs it with his bowling arm.
I've always found that strange how bowlers can manage to do that in their stride, in their run-up. But of course, it's muscle memory. Bowled him. It was a highish full toss. And he was looking for that glide. Hence, that angled bat has resulted in his dismissal.
Yeah, not the right shot selection from Ahmed. He could have gone straight. He could have played it straight down the ground, but looking for that cheeky boundary. Misses it. And Sanjay Pahel, he doesn't miss. Attempted Yorker. Very effective. Got him that big wicket of Ahmed Tariq. However, he's played a very good knock. Impressive, scintillating, majestic, and a marvellous knock from Ahmed Tariq. 45 of 24. It's 95 for 4.
So 7 legal deliveries remaining in the batting effort. Mohammad Asif coming into bat at number 6. Excellent Yorker, and that is a superb over from Sanjay Pahel. Look at that spell, 2 for 7 on a placid wicket. He's bowled out of his skin here. 96 for 4. Final over coming up. So it's going to be Sabir Ali Rao, experienced campaigner, to bowl the final over, and he'll need to show that experience. Can Emirates Blues get up to 110 here, 115? Low full toss, not a bad option sometimes at the death, Shoaib.
Not at all. I think the attempted Yorker sometimes can result in a low full toss, which is very difficult to score runs off. So as long as you keep bowling that and try to keep it as close to the stumps, it will be effective. 5 more deliveries to go. 113 is what the score predictor said. Just an over back. And now it'll be interesting to see what the score predictor reads, because it looks a little difficult to get to 113. It says 102 right now.
Yeah, they need at least 10 more runs than that. They need a big finish. Can Shakib Ahmed provide it? Heave towards cow corner. Sumit, no mistake made, but they're pushing on the throw, and they'll make it in time. They've got 3 men deep on the onside. Maybe look to go carve it over point, or maybe that reverse hit.
Yeah, important to get your fielders in the right position. I think that throw was not all that great. Clearly, he doesn't have a strong arm. Next time they hit the ball there, they will know that they can. There is always a second. Somebody like maybe a Rais who's got a strong arm can be a fielder who can be positioned there.
Yeah, he's at short third at the moment. And it is a very, very hot afternoon to say the least. So maybe the energy levels are a bit down. Full toss is flicked. And it will balloon over him for 6.
This was easy. This was on the pads. And all he had to do was get the connection right. Shakib, he manages to play that in the gap and over the fielder. Just great use of hands and great pickup all the way for 6.
These left-handers, I tell you, they are just a different breed altogether. Made it look so good, so easy. And that is that early maximum they needed in the over. Now Sabir will need to bounce back. 17 of 7. He's produced an excellent cameo here. 2 sixes. 1 aided by the fielder. 2nd aided by the bowler. But he had to put them away. So how will he respond? Oh, length delivery. Couldn't quite get underneath it. They'll push for 2 again. Shakib coming to the danger end. No, it's at the bowler's end. So 2 more.
Good running. Very good running between the wickets. Good game awareness. And finally, they've managed to get to 107 with 2 more deliveries to go. They should look to get to 110, 112. And with that, I think it'll be a par score.
Oh, should be an exciting match. Great game to open up the D10 on match day 3. Emirates Blues, remember, twice in action today. Another full toss, but will only find the long leg fielder. He'll be disappointed with not being able to put that one away. Right then, Mohammad Asif. Swing for the fences. That's all you need to do.
Yes, last ball, so he'll look to maximize the returns. Big hit coming, that's for sure. I'm interested to know what Sabir is thinking. What is he looking to bowl? Is it a Yorker? Is it a slower delivery? I would prefer, but I've not seen Sabir bowl a slower delivery. I don't think he's very confident with that. So my gut says it's going to be an attempted Yorker. Can he get it right? Let's find out.
It's a full toss, but it's been mistimed. And a good catch taken by Aryan Saxena. So those low full tosses have worked out for Sabir in the end. Took a bit of tap, but a target of 109 for Fujairah. It was there for the taking, just couldn't middle it. And Aryan made no mistake. Good technique on that one. So 109 is an intriguing target.
Yes, something that the Emirates Blues bowlers will look to defend, and the captain at the toss, Nasir Faraz, mentioned that it's their bowling that's their strength, so they will look to defend this total against a very strong Fujairah batting lineup. It's going to be an interesting contest. Can't wait for that action to begin. But let's quickly look at the performance so far. First from Emirates Blues, outstanding knock from the youngster Ahmed Tariq, scoring 45 of just 24 deliveries at the top, setting the tone and platform for Emirates Blues batters to come out and then look to accelerate. 22 from the captain Nasir Faraz of just 12 deliveries, and Shakib also contributing with the bat. 20 runs in mere 9 deliveries. 5 extras, and the result is 108 in their allotted 10 overs.
Yeah, in terms of the bowling, Sanjay Pahal was clearly the standout bowler. 2 for 7 in his 2 overs. 1 wicket apiece for Keshav, who took a bit of tap, and Sabir Ali Rao bowled decently in the end. It was that second wicket partnership of 38 odd runs that gave Emirates Blues that momentum, and a good follow through provided by Shakib Ahmed in particular. So let's take a look at the highlights of the first innings. Fujairah did pick up an early wicket, but Ahmed Tariq was outstanding. This was the dismissal of Kamran Atta, a comical run out. They did make 2 runs there. Then Kamran Atta turned around for the 3rd, but he got no response. And great game awareness from the wicketkeeper Rohit Rathi as he scored with the direct hit. But then Nasir Faraz was excellent. They took the 3 power play overs right up top, and they had the right intent, the right attitude to pick up those boundaries. Keshav Sharma in particular was taken for a ride by Nasir Faraz and Ahmed Tariq. Some clean hitting, especially towards that cow corner region. This was the dismissal of Nasir Faraz. Slow delivery from Sanjay Pahel and a good catch taken by Mayank. The catching was not all that great from Fujairah, and Ahmed Tariq took heavy toll. Safir Tariq was just looking out of touch, and thankfully that was a catch well judged by Sanjay Pahel. He did pick up the key wicket of Ahmed Tariq as well on that high Yorker. Shakib Ahmed hit a 6 in the final over, but Mohammad Asif couldn't quite repeat the dose. Final ball wicket for Sabir. So 109 is the target for Fujairah. We'll be back with the run chased in just about a few minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. 108 amassed by Emirates Blues batting first, led by a fabulous knock from young Ahmed Tariq and good cameos coming in from the skipper Nasir Faraz and Shakib Ahmed. In terms of the bowlers for Fujairah, Sanjay Pahal was outstanding, 2 for 7. Look at that economy rate of just 3.5 in his 2 overs. But I think Emirates Blues will be slightly disappointed. They did not go beyond 115, 120. Mudassar Ali, this should be a crackerjack of a contest.
Good afternoon, Ahmad, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. A competitive 108 in 10 overs, a solid batting performance on this surface, I would say. And now it's up to the batters of Fujairah to come out and get those 109 and keep their winning streak alive.
Oh, absolutely. If they go 3 wins out of 3, they join Fujairah at the, Sharjah at the top of the table. Mohit Kalyan will be opening the innings alongside the captain, Mayank Chaudhary. Mayank has started off this tournament with a bang. What a fabulous 50 he got in the opening game.
Absolutely the man to watch, top of the order for Fujairah, leading from the front. It will be a test for young Ajay Kumar. What a tournament he's having. Yesterday, if you remember, that over against Rohan Mustafa, 4 dot deliveries in a row.
That was truly outstanding. That is the highlight moment of the D10 for me so far. The way this young left arm seamer maintained his control, mixed it up, his variations, and to put a quality player like Rohan Mustafa on the back foot, that is some doing, especially in this format. So let's see if he can strike early here for Emirates Blues. They have runs on the board. Taking a look at the field, deep point, deep square. As the umpire, Mr. Latif, says play. And we are all in readiness. Fujairah chasing 109. Ajay Kumar steaming into Mohit Kalyan. Struck on the pads, but clearly not hitting the stumps. Just getting that extra zip off the surface. I think he's the kind of bowler who surprises you with his skid and his variations.
Absolutely, we have seen that a couple of times. Well-oiled machine, good smooth run-up and good release. Especially look for those cutters and cunning slower deliveries from Ajay Kumar. And I think that overturned the tide in favor of Blues against Abu Dhabi. Now, a lot depends on this man for Fujairah.
Yeah, they have a very good bowling attack and they know how to utilize the pitch. That is the key. Skewed in the air. It will clear the mid-on and it almost went for 6.
First boundary of the mark in style. A good looking shot, leaning on the front foot and taking that from the off-stick channel towards leg side. 1 bounce, 4 runs. What a start for Mayank and a good start for Fujairah.
Yeah, I think they need to adjust the fielder and they have done exactly that. They've told the square leg. He's moved a lot straighter, more towards mid-wicket because Ajay Kumar likes to bowl that slower delivery. So the ball will be hit straighter. He's right at that cow corner sort of position now, to the extreme right of your screen. That's a better field setup if you want to bowl slower balls with the new ball. So Mayank looking dangerous. Oh, inside edge. Beautiful delivery. He's got that pace. Don't take him lightly.
Excellent. Change of line and length. This is where he's dangerous. He was forced on the back foot. A good comeback after going for a boundary.
Yeah, just jammed it onto his pad, didn't he? Was late on that one. Big inside edge there has saved him. His 2 overs, how they negotiate them will be very, very crucial for Fujairah. He is their power play specialist. Good looking whip. Long chase for that deep mid wicket. And they'll pick up 2 with ease. Very elegant player, Mayank Chaudhary in full flow.
Oh, very strong towards the leg side. Anything onto the pads, he uses those wrists. An excellent timing and placement. A good start. Couple of runs for Mayank Chaudhary.
They employed 5 fast bowlers in the previous match. Mohammad Asif, Ajay Kumar, Uzair Khan. And I'm missing 2 more. I'm sure I'll remember them eventually. But I remember there was no spin offered at all. Shehbaz Ali as well. And Shakib as well. I think we got all 5. Are they all present, teacher? So far so good from Ajay. Oh, looking for that ramp. Is it a feather edge? Kamran Atta thinks so, but he was the only one who thought so.
A bit animated, trying to put that pressure, but not getting support from Ajay Kumar. 5 fast bowlers on this surface. You have that advantage. Now it's up to the bowlers. You need to mix up your deliveries. The variations are key, especially on this track.
Made a late decision to just try to ramp it over the keeper. That has a shot that has come back into fashion. We first saw the great Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar invent that stroke. Good looking pull, but there are 2 men deep on the onside. So a tidy over from Ajay in the end. No major damage done apart from the boundary. 8 for no loss. ...101 runs needed in the next 9 overs. And it's going to be Uzair Khan, another left-arm seamer sharing the new ball. And another left-arm seamer sharing the com box with me is Samir Yunus. Good afternoon, Machan, and welcome.
Good afternoon, Ahmad. Good afternoon to everyone. Nice to be here at the Sharjah Stadium. The sun basking down in all its glory. 3 wickets for Uzair Khan, as always. One of those star performers, especially in the D series. He seems to be enjoying playing at this level. More often than not, delivers with ball in hand. Starts off with a single outside off. We haven't seen much lateral movement on this track. Expected, of course, with the sun beating down. The bowlers not really having much to do except for those variations that you and Mudibhai have been discussing throughout.
Absolutely, you have to be street smart here. Anything full will travel. So you need to bowl that back of good length area and mix it up. That is the key. And take your catches, of course. Sliced and into the gap over the covers. That's a lovely shot from Mohit Kalyan.
Yeah, hit me delivery that floated outside off. Mohit Kalyan with the full flow of the bat picks up a boundary with relative ease. Yeah, nothing delivery really. Yes, back of a length, but too much width offered. And inside the power play, that's a real gift being offered here. 1 bounce into the fence.
Great solid contact made there by Mohit. He just struggled in the previous 2 games. Is today his day? He is a class act. Oh, just ballooning over cover point. Got in an awkward position on that one. And just feels like he's trying to force the issue rather than play the ball on merit.
Yeah, wasn't in complete control there. Got that 1 boundary through the offside. Thought of going through again. But there was much straighter from Uzair Khan. And the bat just turning in his hand because he's played a little too early. And you can see almost all the fast bowlers not going ahead with full steam. They're taking pace off and really offering nothing to the batters in terms of pace.
Absolutely. You want to make the batters do the heavy lifting. It is a patchy wicket, dual paced. Oh, attempted slower delivery, but down the leg side, and he's lucky he did not lay any bat on that one. That was a gift.
Even Mohit himself was surprised at how slowly that came. Uzair Khan, in the first over of his spell, just his 3rd delivery, already we're seeing variations coming through. The slower one, the back of a length, slower one as well. He'll have to reload this one. 16 runs already. Down the ground, beautifully hit. That'll be 4 more. Is it 6? It might have just gone all the way. Yes, in fact, it has gone all the way.
Yeah, it didn't sound great, but I guess he timed it well enough. Look at that. Just a half stride down the wicket. And yeah, that has sailed well clear. Uzair Khan being put under the pump. That's not something you often see in these D tournaments.
Yeah, you will get predictable eventually if you keep hitting that back of a length. Batters are going to make those adjustments, either come down the track or make room for themselves. This is where you really have to dig deep into your skill set as a bowler and figure out what is your go-to delivery on a track like this. But a brilliant start this for Fujairah in chase of 109. They have been unbeaten, and so far it looks like they will remain if they continue like this.
Just the toe end of the bat on that occasion. That's better bowling according to his field. 31 runs is what Emirates Blues managed in their 3 overs of power play, and Fujairah seemed to be matching that, and then some.
Yeah, no real obstacles as such so far. Sagar Kalyan, in fact, that's Mayank Chaudhary, beg your pardon. Sagar is busy with national duties these days. UAE not having the best of days, at least.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that too much. But another Fujairah lad for sure, Sagar, regular opener. Smart batting from Mayank. They got what they wanted from this over. 2 overs of power play done. Will they take the third right here? We'll find out. 24 for no loss. So it's going to be the youngster, Mohammad Umar, right arm seamer, coming into the attack from the Bukhatar end. So Fujairah, unlike our expectations, are hanging on to the power play just yet. Sami Yunus, what do you reckon about that move?
Yeah, they've got the runs on the board. No wickets lost as yet. So just going the traditional route here, trying and saving that batting power play. Maybe they might need it towards the end if things go wrong halfway.
Yeah, I think they don't want to face Ajay Kumar anytime soon. Long on, mid-wicket square leg. Sweeper cover. And they can afford another one outside. So far they've got the long off. No, mid-off is in the circle. The deep third is dropping deep. Fair enough. So trying to protect the boundaries on the offside and the onside. Square of the wicket. And it goes exactly in that direction. Will just be a single. I personally would have taken it right now.
Yeah, there is obviously a debate for that. You're in a good run, good start, both batters looking good. You've got the runs on the board, might as well continue the momentum. But I guess Fujairah's think tank, to their credit so far, most things that they've done have worked. So this is something that they've come up with to try and save that batting power play. The field doesn't change for Mohit, who's on strike now. The third man still deep.
Good looking shot, but there is protection in the deep. Yeah, because if there is a quiet over or two and that required run rate pressure builds, then maybe sometimes the brain can get a bit scrambled.
And mind you, it is quite hot out there, so fatigue levels will be something to think about. Even though it's 10 overs, you can really get drained out there.
Yeah, and Emirates Blues have 2 games today, so certainly going to be put through the ringer. It's requirement to just keep rotating these fast bowlers. Hooked away. There is Ahmed Tariq in position, so far so good from Ahmed Tariq. Pardon me, Mohammad Umar. Just banging the ball in halfway down the track, asking the batters, if you can punch me over the fence, good luck to you.
Yeah, it seems like they've figured that that's the length to go on a track like this. You offer anything full, there will be punishment. So back of a length, on a good length, seems to be the way to go. It hasn't got them many wickets so far, and except for a few boundaries here and there, Umar so far at least has been quite decent.
Yeah, the breeze has picked up once again towards the right of your screen. Trying that helicopter flick. but it remained grounded. Well, just fell over there, Ahmad Tariq. He's a committed cricketer, to say the least.
Yeah, young lad has been very impressive and exciting prospect. Of course, because he's young, there will be that expectation of some extra athleticism from him as well. And just looking at Mohit's batting here, you just look at how he finishes his shots. There's a real flow of his blade. I wonder if that's something he deliberately does, or if it's something that comes as an action that he's picked up maybe. But it's certainly very interesting, the way he finishes his drives, or the pull for that matter.
Change in the field. Third comes into the circle and the mid-off drops deep. Oh, well bowled. This is excellent stuff from Umar. He's a young fast bowler, but he knows how to bowl according to his field. That's something that we don't often see at times.
Yeah, it's a matter of having control. And sometimes we see with fast bowlers, they do sacrifice a bit of control going after pace. But there's those two schools of thought. Sometimes you have coaches that will tell you, forget about where you're landing it, just run in and bowl as fast as you can. But then there are others who say, forget about pace, get your control right, get your lines and lengths right, then we'll pick up on the pace.
Yeah, there's always a enthusiastic debate about those two viewpoints. Bowled him! Swinging for the fences, but Mohammad Umar strikes the timber.
Yeah, full and straight on the off stick. That was the delivery that should have been driven down the ground by Mayank. But he went for the good old heave down the leg side. Misses it completely, head position nowhere. And as a result, Umar hits the timber, and that'll be the first wicket down for Fujairah. Blues strike in over number 3. Mayank has to walk away, having made 11 off 10. It's 30 for 1.
So it's going to be Aryan Saxena, former UAE under-19 captain. Very, very talented player, very gifted boy. And he has a bright future, to say the least. But they are just under a bit of pressure at the moment. Shakib Ahmed coming into the attack. Slow delivery has been miscued, but in front of the long on. And that is what Shakib Ahmed will do. He'll use those back of the handers very effectively.
And first ball of the over. You never imagine as a batter to expect a slow delivery. But that is what this format demands. And especially this track, where you can't rely on your whole set of skill, where you just try and land on that good length, at pace, try and hit the top of off stump. Got to keep inventing. Aryan Saxena will take strike for the first time. 31 for 1 now for Fujairah. They won't mind the run rate. We're up there, but don't want to lose any more wickets in the next couple of overs. Just a gentle push towards point. We'll get off the mark with a single.
Yeah, same field setup for Shakib. There is a third earlier in the over. And if it progresses well, you expect him to push that mid-off back. But they still need to go at 10 runs per over. That means you need a boundary or a 6. So Mohit Kalyan, 19 of 9. You started off the innings well. Now you need to convert and make this count.
Yeah, so often we've seen batters get that start, but then struggling to continue the momentum. Mohit has a big responsibility on his shoulder here. Oh, nicely chipped by it. There is a feel that there could be a chance. Nope. Didn't really go through completely with the shot. And that's probably what saved him.
Yeah, that bat just turned in his hand, didn't it? Thankfully, it allowed it to drop in front of the long on. But this is excellent containing bowling that Emirates Blues are doing at the moment. And something has got to give here, Samir.
Yeah, this format, especially when you're defending, anything over 80 or 90, your first preference is block out the boundaries. You don't mind the ones and twos, just frustrate the batter. Again, looking to try and make an adjustment there, Aryan. Bit of foot movement, but he can only push it towards cover. So ideally, you want to try and get in as many dot balls and ones and twos. You close that boundary option, that's when you see the mistakes coming in from the batters.
They have only made 9 runs in the last 10 deliveries, including losing the wicket of the skipper. So this dot ball pressure or singles is not working for them. Maybe the ramp or the scoop, third and fine, are in the circle. Aryan does play that shot. Excellent slower delivery. It's just going to plug and land harmlessly. This is superb bowling from Emirates Blues.
Yeah, they've really measured this pitch. Also realize that these are not the kind of batters who are going to just stand there and tonk you around. All 3 top order batters of Fujairah, they rely on that footwork and technique and play those technical cricket shots, and as a result, they're not giving them those options.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that brute slogger who will swing you away towards mid-wicket cow corner, especially in these conditions when the pitch is a bit sluggish and not coming on. Excellent bowling. This is outstanding. They should push for 2 here though. Aryan coming to the danger end will make it. But what a superb over. Only run-a-ball stuff. 4 overs gone. Fujairah 36 for 1. So Mohammad Umar being entrusted with a second over, and why not? First one was excellent and did pick up the wicket of Mayank. So far so good for Emirates Blues. They have not gone through the batting lineup, but they're containing them. That is the key.
Yeah, I like this from Nasser. There's no point holding back your bowler. He's bowled a good over. Might as well let him continue. He's in good rhythm. Let's see what this brings out for them. Nicely done. Again, hitting the pitch really hard. Following the batter. There's not much Mohit can do. In fact, there was Aryan who's on strike looking to pull that away. Can't really make a connection, but they'll cross over. Maybe for a leg bye.
Yeah, you make an excellent point about not holding your bowlers back. That is something that is a bit of a pet peeve for me in this D10. You have a new ball bowler or a spinner who gives you a very good over, and then you take him off for some mysterious reason. There's no point. This is not a 50 over game or a 20 over game where you have, sections of power play, then over 7 to 15, 16 to 20. Just get it done with. Put that pressure on the opposition early. That is what I believe in.
This is high. This is huge. Has it gone the distance? Quite easily. So after a few dot balls and a few ones and twos, Mohit has managed to put one out of the park.
Yeah, not a good ball from Umar. He went full in the slot. You're getting a lot of success on that back of length channel. Why are you pitching it up? Because at this stage of the game, they have to go for it. And that was absolutely middled by Mohit Kalyan.
Yeah, and just to go back on that theory of continuing with your bowlers, especially if they bowl that first good over, as a captain, you try and back them. But in this instance, Nasir will look at us and say, well, this is one of the reasons that most captains don't want to give that second over to the bowler, because there's a chance he becomes predictable and the batsman can pick him up.
They need to make this a big over. Oh, excellent comeback. Right in the block hole. And all you can do is dig it out for a single. So you've got the early 6. You need to make this a 12, 15, 16 run over.
Yeah, they had a quiet over the last one, so they'll have to make it up here. Maybe one more boundary and then keep ticking that scoreboard with ones and twos. They've got the early 6. That's what's important. Now they can choose which delivery of this over that they want to go after. Umar, in the meantime, will be looking to try and make a comeback. And quite often, bowlers go searching for wickets in form of a revenge for getting hit for a 6.
Well bowled there. Full finishing within the stump, so he had to give it due respect. So far, so good. Only 2 singles after the 6. So Fujairah are struggling to get that one big over that would get them back on track.
The one thing that they have going for themselves is they've lost only 1 wicket with plenty of batting to come. But all that will be in vain if there's too much left to do in the end. They want to keep that run rate in check, be within touching distance.
Required run rate has ballooned up to 12, Samir Yunus. They do have that floating power play, but it's easier said than done, that is for sure. Good looking punch, but straight to the extra cover. They will not mind that one bit. Great comeback by the young fast bowler.
Yeah, fielders are perched on the edge of the circle, quite understandably, given that the batters are on attack mode. They won't mind conceding the one.
Yeah, speaking of perch, you are a Man United fan, so I want to get your input on what's happened in the Premier League.
Why the Premier League? Let's talk about the Europa League.
Oh, God. Now that is the stage Man United fans have reached. Well, Spurs are a good side, so we'll continue that off air. I'm sure nobody wants to hear about it right now. Oh, brilliant. Superb over. No boundary conceded after the 6. Mohammad Umar, you have done really, really well today. 1 for 16 from the youngster in his 2-over quota. 47 for 1 are Fujairah. They need another 62 runs.
.47 for 1 at the halfway stage. 62 more required for Fujairah. They've lost just the 1 wicket. Aryan Saxena and Mohit Kalyan out there for them. Mohit Kalyan has gotten off to a really good start. 30 off 14. It'll be Mohammad Shahbaz Ali entrusted with the ball now. So the rotation of the bowlers has been quite impressive so far from Nasir Faraz. Another fast bowler being introduced. 6th over of the innings. And an interesting second half beckons here for Fujairah in this innings as he chases down the 109. Makes room for himself. This goes high above. And he's completely misjudged it, the skipper. It's gone over him. 1 bounce to the fence. And a warm welcome to Shoaib Ahmed into the comm box.
Thank you, Samir. Yeah, that was a misjudged attempt from the skipper. It was a half-hearted shot. 1 hand off the bat. And Nasir Faraz was all over it, didn't judge it, and it landed right behind him. Adding insult to injury, it's gone all the way for 4. Should have been a wicket. And Fujairah crossed the 50-run mark with that boundary. The game is on here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Yeah, Aryan Saxena wasn't in complete control of that shot, had to really reach to get to that. But for his luck, it's gone to the boundary. Shahbaz Ali will run in once again. Started off by conceding a 4. Goes short this time. Aryan had enough time to push that towards point. And he's got the boundary, crossed over for the single and given the most settled striker, Mohit Kalyan, to deal with the rest of the over. 57 required of 28, Shoaib. It's another one of those close games that's boiling up here in Sharjah.
Yeah, you would expect Fujairah to fight, and that's what we are witnessing here. They've got some really top quality batters. That target of 109 is definitely something that they look to chase. Goes full this time. Shahbaz worked away in the gap, and they'll get 2.
That's another thing they've done well. Even though there were phases in the first 5 overs when they weren't finding the boundaries, they made sure that they kept hitting it in those gaps. Even when they did hit it straight to the fielders, they managed to cross over for those ones and twos. That's why Mohit's, beg your pardon, strike rate is still up there above 200, 32 of 15, and he's going to be key if Fujairah to chase this down. But a good over so far, 7 runs off the first 3. Try and double that if they can.
Again, that full delivery. Not allowing Mohit to get underneath. He's looking for the second, but there's no chance. A direct hit from long off, but no damage done. So singles are crucial for them to rotate strike, and then the odd boundary can make it a lot easier for these two batters to get to that target.
Yeah, they certainly do seem to have a plan in place. That loose delivery is being put away to the boundary. And I think what's been impressive most about Mohit is he tries to play as straight as possible. You don't see too many cross-batted shots from him. Whenever it's been full, he's looked to play down the ground. Has found a couple of boundaries as well doing that. And some adjustment in the field now. He wants his long leg to be even finer. Maybe thinking of bowling a bouncer here. Third and fine, both up in the circle. We'll have to be careful not to pick up that top edge.
That's nicely done. Beats the fielder with extra cover. There's a wide long off. We'll cut that. Nasir Faraz has done well. Good release as well. Not the best of collection from Shehbaz, but that was good fielding. They were always looking for the second, but they had to settle with that single.
Yeah, look, at this format, you might say that fielding might not play such an important role, but you've got to keep up that intensity. You don't want to allow batters to just hit it in the deep and come back for the second. This could have been close. Had it been a direct hit, it really had to get the dive in, Aryan. But good cricket all around.
Last ball of the over. 9 runs off it prior to this. Again hit towards Nasir Faraz. And he's quick, he's agile. And he keeps it down to a single. 6th over completed. 10 runs off it. 24 deliveries left, 52 needed. It's 57 for 1.
Right, 57 for 1. It is end of 6 overs. And what you just saw was a signal from the umpire. It was not the T20 power play that you generally find. It is the floating power play being taken by the batters. It is an option given to them after the second over is completed. Until the 9th over, they do have an opportunity to select which over they want to be the floating power play. And they've gone with this 7th over. Interesting call this. Mohit and Aryan realizing that they are slightly away from the required run rate, 52 required off the last 4. If they can somehow get a 15-20 run over, get things back in control.
There's 2 fielders allowed in this power play, as always, in the 2 fielder station on the boundary ropes. There's one at deep mid-wicket and there's a long off. Ajay Kumar, he's been impressive. Upish, and in the gap, from the bat. Singles will not hurt Emirates Blues. The required run rate has creeped up to 13 now. So they need boundaries and they need them. They need them now, the boundaries. A mistimed hit. They'll get a single. Ajay Kumar, he's been impressive in this series so far, and he continues to make an impact in this game.
Yeah, one way to judge a bowler really is what they do when they don't really find much assistance off the surface. Now, if someone can bowl well on surfaces like this that offer not too much to fast bowlers especially, really they have to dig deep into their skills and bring out what's needed. This is nicely played. Aryan Saxena walking across the stumps and pushing this very smartly past that square leg fielder and into the fence for 4.
Yeah, on the pads, never a good option, especially if you're a left-arm bowler. It's easy pickings for the batter. Big gap between square leg and fine leg. Both the fielders inside the 30-yard circle. So all Aryan had to do was just place it in the gap, and that's exactly what he's done. Important 4 runs for Aryan and for Fujairah.
Yeah, it's a tough field to bowl to be honest, especially when you bowl into a right-hander. You cannot err in line. You've got the offside field, which is completely inside the circle, and therefore you can't afford to be offering too much width as well. This is nicely done. Slower delivery, but look at what Mohit has done. He's set off immediately, and because it was a slower ball, it took time to go to the keeper, and in that little fraction of a second, Mohit has managed to run across to the striker's end and get a bye.
A good game awareness from Mohit. He ran off the non-striking end as soon as the ball was released, and once the ball crossed Aryan, he asked him to respond and get to the non-striking end. So he wants to face Ajay Kumar. That's a positive sign for Fujairah, and rightly so, because he's the man who's scored the bulk of the runs. He's done the heavy lifting, 35 of 18 for him, and he continues to look to get those boundaries. Another low full toss, and that's good running. 2 more.
Yeah, you can see he's almost making an effort to try and push even the straighter deliveries through the offside, because he realizes that there's no one in the deep on the off. Every time you pass the field, it's either a boundary or at least a couple of runs. And with all that running, Mohit is really feeling the heat out there. Just 19 balls faced, but you can see that the serious signs of fatigue.
Oh, it is definitely hot, and 10 overs in this heat is like playing a 40-over game. This is skied up in the air, the keeper settling underneath it, and it is going to be a very simple take for Kamranatha. Important breakthrough for Ajay Kumar. He knows the importance of this wicket, and Fujairah now on the back foot.
Brilliant bowling. Pace, bounce, well directed. Really surprised him. Had to bring out that pull shot, but he went all the way up, and Kamranatha behind the stumps is one of the safest glovemen in this domestic setup in UAE cricket. Mohit Kalyan, well, you could say he's done the job by setting up the foundation. 37 of 20 for him, couple of sixes and a boundary. Fujairah lose their second, it's 65 for 2.
New batter in is the left-handed Harshit Kaushik. He's had a sedate start to the tournament, hasn't been amongst the runs, haven't seen him bowl as well. Want to contribute to his team's cause in this game. Very interesting time to come out to bat. 44 needed of 19. He'll have to get going as soon as possible.
Yeah, not much time left. Just 19 deliveries. Ajay Kumar will run into bowl his last. He's bowled a good over. Low full toss onto the pads. He's flicked it past. Fine leg. Deep square will come across and keep it to just a 1 run. So successful over for Emirates Blues. They pick up the important wicket of the man in form, Mohit Kalyan. It's 66 for 2 after 7.
So it's going to be Shakib to continue. He's come in to bowl his second over. Last 3 overs, we are in the final lap of this game. 43 needed of 18 balls. Equation gettable. They've got 8 wickets in hand, Fujairah. They'll have to get going. Good start to the over again for the second time today. He's done that. He started his spell with a slower delivery.
Yeah, Shakib, he's made a name for himself as this very versatile all-rounder. can contribute with the bat, bowls those difficult overs in difficult phases of the game, more often than not comes out on top. Aryan now has got to 14, so he'll have to now take up the aggressive role probably. But really at this point, with 42 required of 17, they both have to get going, Shoaib.
Indeed, there's no other way. There's no way to go about it than to go and look for those boundaries every over. And with Aryan, who's played 11 deliveries now, he's got a fair idea of the wicket. Goes full Shakib and looking to attack, looking to accelerate Aryan, but yorks himself in the process.
Yeah, both Shakib and Umar have been very impressive in the way they've used their creases. Shoaib, you've seen every time they want to go full and into the block hole, they've really come wide of the crease, pushed it much faster than they've usually bowled, but every once in a while, every now and then, they do have that slower delivery also, which they rely on. So, very smart in terms of the options they've taken, bowling to these two batters. Powerfully hit. May not have got all of it. Straight into the hands of Nasir Faraz. Harshit Kaushik's difficult run in this tournament continues, and he has to depart.
Slow delivery again. Went back in the crease, Harshit, and trying to clear the fielder at long on. Nasir Faraz, the captain, completes the catch. And another wicket falls for Fujairah. So they've lost 2 wickets in quick succession as Harshit Kaushik is out for 2. Fujairah are 68 for 3. New batter in, Sanjay Pahal, who's come out to give company to Aryan Saxena. He too is an all-rounder in that Fujairah batting lineup and definitely has the ability, the capability to score those runs. First ball, hits it straight, hits it into the hands of the fielder at long on, who's just passed it over the ropes, through the hands, and it's gone for a 6.
I'll tell you what, Harshit Kaushik on his way out must have told Sanjay Pahal, watch out for the slow one. And that's exactly what he got. Sat up nicely. He's just hammered that. Could have been a chance, could have been a great catch had Shahbaz Ali held on to it. But what was always going to be a difficult one. Starts off with the maximum, and that's exactly what they need for Fujairah.
Yeah, the equation now much better for Fujairah. 35 of 14, and the pressure back on Shakib. Not sure whether he's going to bowl that slower delivery again to somebody like Sanjay, who's got a good idea of what he's bowling. It has to be the Yorker or the attempted Yorker somewhere near the pads. That should be the plan. Goes for the Yorker. Gets the inside edge. The ball trickles away for a single.
Yeah, always that rescue ball, isn't it? The Yorker. And you don't know what to do. You bring that out. More often than not, if at all you'll get a wicket, maybe a single or a dot ball if you execute it well. But a good comeback from Shakib. But this is getting really interesting now. 13 deliveries left, 34 required. Sanjay has come out and started off with a maximum. Fujairah, 2 out of 2 in this tournament so far, looking to continue their unbeaten run here. Last delivery of Shakib's spell.
Goes for the Yorker again. Aryan just making room for himself and placing it towards covers. A single to end the over. 12 balls, 33 needed for Fujairah to win this game. 12 deliveries. And it's going to be their prime bowler, Shahbaz Ali, to bowl the penultimate over, which is considered to be the most important over of the game, especially when you're defending. Starts with a delivery just outside off. Aryan will have to now tee off. Singles won't help.
Yeah, I need at least 3 boundaries, if not 2 maximums in this over. Like you said, the penultimate over sets the tone for where this game is going to go. Ideally for Fujairah, they want to try and get it down to below 15 in the last over. As for Emirates Blues, they'll tell Shahbaz, keep it above 20. And I think our last over, whoever is going to bowl it, should be able to manage. But it's certainly going on to be a very interesting and close finish here.
Slashed towards covers, just clearing his front leg every time, Sanjay. And looking to go big towards the offside. Singles should be fine. And with Shahbaz, the kind of experience that he has, the amount of overs that he's bowled in these situations, you would feel that Emirates Blues have the upper hand in this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be down to that. Knowing about local conditions better than the others. Being in these situations more often than not. Shahbaz, like you said, has done it 1,000 times. He knows what's required of him and what those lengths should be.
This could be 2. No, just a single. They'll take that run and bring Sanjay Pahal, the hard hitter, back on strike. 3 deliveries bowled, 3 left, and they still need 30 to win.
Yeah, Sanjay needs to find the boundary here. From what we've seen so far of him, from the 3 balls he's faced, he's one of those no-frills batters. Looks to stand and hit it as hard as he can. But Shahbaz knows that he doesn't want to offer any pace to someone like Sanjay. But the length is what will matter here. Oh, that's going to be an important call. It has been given a wide, but Shahbaz will argue that it was continuing to move in. Maybe an off-cutter there, but a marginal call.
Yeah, could have gone either ways. It went in the favour of the batter. Yeah, it did come, but it was on the line. I think it's a good call. Fair call from the umpire. Shahbaz, just a bit of theatrics from Shahbaz. Still a lot of runs left. They need a big hit here. They need a boundary or a 6.
Yeah, these 3 deliveries, crucial. Couple of boundaries required. Sanjay Pahal, can he tee off? Nope. Won't really make a good enough connection. Down towards long on will only be a single. This is turning out to be a superb over from Shahbaz Ali. Really digging in there, using all his experience, offering nothing to the batters. Young Aryan Saxena needs to get 2 boundaries here off the last 2 deliveries.
Well, the pressure is mounting on Fujairah, just like the mountains in Fujairah. Huge. They need to climb to the summit. Get those 28 runs in 8 deliveries. Don't have much time. Need a big hit, and they need it now. Goes cheeky. Gets it fine. Gets a boundary. They will not complain as long as they keep coming. But good anticipation from Aryan.
Well, that's one way to do it. If you can't power yourself through to those boundaries down the ground, make use of the bowler's pace, get down on one knee and play those, I think we can call them conventional ram shots now because it's no more extraordinary, is it?
Yeah, you're right. It's part and parcel of the game now. You don't play, that's unconventional. You have to have these shots in your arsenal. And Aryan has definitely used that to his advantage. 24 needed of 7 now. Last ball of this over from Shahbaz. Another attempted Yorker. Or is it a short delivery? A short delivery it is. And missed by Aryan, who was expecting something else. But a dot ball and Shahbaz will complete his spell. 6 more deliveries to go. 24 needed of the last over. Six more deliveries to go, 24 needed. The writing is on the wall for Sanjay Pahel and for Aryan. There's no other way. They'll have to hit those boundaries and they'll have to put pressure on the bowler. Mistimed hit. And they are not going for the run. Interesting. Well, Aryan Saxena is the senior partner in that partnership. He's been there for a long time. But Sanjay Pahal has denied a single.
Well, in dire circumstances, forget about hierarchy. It's about who can strike the ball hard enough. Sanjay Pahal says, let me try and do this for us. 24 required. Once again, mistimed. This time, he wants a single. Aryan Saxena was caught ball watching. In fact, he realizes there's a 2 there. He'll come back for the 2. And a bit of frustration from Asif. But with 21 required of 4, this is pretty much done and dusted for Fujairah.
Yeah, I don't know what Sanjay was thinking here. He looked for that big hit, mistimed hit, showed some disappointment, then realized that there are runs on offer, takes one, pushes Aryan for the second, who had to reciprocate. He was a goner had Asif collected the ball cleanly. So Fujairah have just lost the plot here. Credit to the bowlers of Emirates Blues who've shown what they can do with their capabilities. The variations that they've used, exceptional.
And the discipline has also been fantastic. Not many extras. It's been pretty wicket-to-wicket stuff. This is huge. This may have gone the distance. In fact, no, the fielder's getting underneath it. But he's mistimed it, and it goes for a 4. So now it's going to be 18 of 3. So mathematically, still possible.
Poor, very poor from the fielder there. I think it was Safir Tariq, who's not a fielder. He's more of a keeper. And for him, this was too much. He's not used to taking those high catches in crunch situations. That's a different aspect altogether. And to have him at mid-wicket, I think Nasir Faraz may feel that he's made a mistake. Anyway, 18 runs needed of 3 deliveries. A full toss, hit straight down the ground. The game is alive as Fujairah look to create history here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
My. I'll tell you, where there's Fujairah, there's always drama. They entertain you, that's for sure. We thought they were done and dusted, but Sanjay Pahal says, hold on, you haven't seen my 6 hitting ability. Although this one, to bowl a full toss at this stage of the game, not the best of ideas, my friend. Sanjay says, thank you. I'll go down, over long off, and clear the fielder with ease. 12 off 2. Are we going to see one of those remember the name moments here?
Well, Sanjay definitely believes that he can win it for his side. 2 balls, 2 big hits. But I have to go back to that catch. Safir Tariq, he must be thinking, and there will be a lot of thoughts going through his mind right now. He'll be praying to all the gods that he knows that he'd want to see the back of this man. 1 good ball is what Emirates Blues need. 2 big hits is what Fujairah need. What's it going to be? In the slot, big heave. But he's not got the connection right. And everyone in that blue camp will breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Everyone, especially Safir Tariq, who put that catch down. But yeah, the bowling's been brilliant. I think Emirates Blues really have to applaud themselves for the way they've gone about defending this 108. They could have got more, mind you, but it seems like it'll just be enough against a very strong and an unbeaten Fujairah side. The last ball has been chipped up. Will take the catch and end the innings with a wicket. Asif picks up a wicket for himself. Sanjay Pahal, despite trying his very best, has to depart on the last ball of the innings. And in the end, Fujairah will only end up making 97 runs.
That's the winning moment where they seal the deal. Good catch from the youngster Ahmed Tariq under pressure, keeping calm and completing the formality as Fujairah have lost their first game of this season of the Seven Districts Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. On the other hand, Emirates Blues, well, they'll gain a lot of confidence and momentum beating the defending champions. This is going to help them and their cause in the coming matches. Watch out for these men. They've played like a unit, and that is something that teams want to do and aspire to do in this series. And Emirates Blues have shown and led the way in that front.
Yeah, they do seem to have got a good balance going in their squad. Some decent batters up at the top and some very good bowlers, seasoned bowlers. Bowlers have been through it all and seen it all. So good mix of experience and youth as well. So that's something that they can rely on going forward in this tournament. And you're right, when you beat the champion side, it's always a big, big boost for your self-belief to try and go long in the tournament. And this is a game they'll take a lot of confidence from Emirates Blues. A resounding victory, 11 runs the margin. And this is how it all panned out. Fujairah chasing 109. Got off to a decent start. Mohit Kalyan, 37 of 20. Mayank, well, he tried to be aggressive. Made only 11 runs. Aryan Saxena, he tried quite a bit, but unfortunately there was quite a few mistimed shots in the innings of 22 runs. Harshit once again failing with the bat, and Sanjay Pahal, with all that power hitting, managed only 21 and just couldn't get his team across the line. Just 4 extras. That tells you how well the Emirates Blues have bowled.
Well, that is how they've bowled. They've bowled exceptionally well. They've bowled as a unit. They stuck to their plans and they executed them. Ajay Kumar was, again, very impressive, giving away just 16 runs in his 2 overs at an economy of 8. That is marvellous bowling from the left-handed seamer. Got a wicket to his name as well. A wicket for Umar, Shakib getting a wicket, and Mohammad Asif getting a wicket too. So you can see that it was a team effort that has resulted in a thumping victory against the defending champions. So let's look at how this innings panned out. It was Fujairah chasing the target of 109 runs. Started off pretty decent, especially Mohit Kalyan. He looked good while the power play overs were in effect. Mayank was all over the place and was taken out of the equation quickly. On the other hand, there were a few dropped catches, a few chances here and there, but once that wicket fell, that just put the pressure on the batters of Fujairah. Harshit Kaushik has been out of form and he continued his poor run of form in this game as well.
Yeah, that was the important wicket of Mohit Kalyan that really made life difficult for Fujairah. And despite all of the efforts from Sanjay Pahal in the end, they just couldn't get those remaining runs. And that last wicket really completely out of frustration from Sanjay Pahal, finding that fielder and falling short of that target by 11 runs.
So that's how the match panned out. Match number 9, Emirates Blues batting first, got to a total of 108, which was around the par score, but their bowlers responded to the occasion and defended that target. Fujairah could only manage 97 in their 10 overs. They only lost 4 wickets in the process, but just couldn't cross the finishing line. Mohit Kalyan top scoring with 37 of just 20 deliveries. Mohammad Asif, Mohammad Umar and Ajay Kumar all getting a wicket to their name, just showing that they played as a team and won the game as a team. Emirates Blues won the game by 11 runs. Time for us to find out who the player of the match is. Let's head down. We've got Ahmed Khaja with the post-match presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 9 of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. It was Emirates Blues taking on Fujairah. Emirates Blues posting a score of 108, and in the end they managed to successfully defend it by 11 runs. It's time to give the player of the match medallion that will be presented by our esteemed match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and goes to the young and very talented and very exciting Ahmed Tariq. What a fabulous knock he played today. 45 of 24 deliveries with 3 massive sixes. Ahmed, very well played. Struggled on the first couple of matches of the D10. What was that adjustment you made for this game?
First of all, thanks to Allah Almighty for my performance. I think the first game I didn't need to bat, but the second game I was looking in a bit hurry, and the wicket is not easy to bat on. The ball is sticking in a bit. So my plan was just to play out the overs and wait for the loose ones. And Alhamdulillah, I'm happy that I executed it today.
You make an excellent point about the wicket because when we were seeing that back of good length, when the ball is bowled, it's difficult to hit down the ground. So what was the adjustment you made?
I think I was just waiting for the loose ones. I was waiting that when the ball is in my arc, I'll go. Otherwise, I'll try to take twos and from the boundary line. And yeah, that was the plan. Alhamdulillah, well executed.
3 sixes hit today. Which one did you enjoy the most?
I think I didn't connect any, like none of them was from the middle of the bat, but the first one to Sabir Rao, that was flick, that was good.
Outstanding knock today, Ahmed. Well played. Continue the good form.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much.
That's all from the post-match presentation. For now, stay tuned. We have another cracking game coming up. It's going to be Dubai taking on Abu Dhabi.